Welcome back to the New Mexico State Dynasty. I'm Fargo, and we're kicking off this rivalry episode at home against the UTEP Miners in the Battle of I-10. To start off, Mariucci's going to hit Papel on a nice out route there for a game of 14 as he beats the defensive back to the spot. Later on in the drive, they're going to hand the ball off up the middle to freshman number 30, Humphreys, who gets a 10-yard gain on his very first possession. Later on the drive, they're going to continue on the ground. The defensive back gets ran over on that play. And then on the goal line, there's Graham, runs it in for a 1-yard touchdown as the Aggies start off hot against the Miners with a 7-0 lead to start off the game. On the following UTEP drive, they're going to run a little outside zone here with the running back Jolly, and he gets absolutely stuffed by defensive end Whitfield, and the Aggies ended up getting the ball back. On the following possession, they're going to hit Papel again on a nice out route as the defensive back has not found a way to defend that. Later on in the drive, they got a third down. They do complete the pass, however, they come up short. However, the UTEP Miners actually end up drawing a roughing the passer penalty that extends the drive for the Aggies. Later on, got another 3rd and 7, and who is it? Number 5, Donovan Papel with his 3rd catch of the game already. On the following play, that's a run up the middle to their halfback who gets the ball down to the goal line. They run no huddle here as they look to get another quick touchdown. Here, 1st and goal, they're going to run the ball up the middle to Soma Grimm, and he scores his 2nd touchdown in the first half. The Aggies are absolutely clicking to start this game, up 14-0 on the UTEP Miners with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. The crowd is absolutely juiced. Switching over here, we got a 3rd and 3 for the Miners on their following drive, already down 14. They run a play action that fools the entire defense, and they got a man wide open for an absolutely big gain. Later on, Jolly's going to get the ball, and he's going to stiff arm his man on the way to the 20-yard line with an absolutely beast of a run. Later on the drive, 2nd and 1 inside the 15-yard line. They're going to hand the ball off to Jolly, who runs right up the middle through the Aggie defense, and that is a touchdown for the Miners as they fight back. The Aggies get the ball back. On their following possession, they got a 4th and 1 as they're backed up. They're going to hand the ball off to Humphreys, who ends up getting the yard to gain. Later on in the drive, they're going to run a quick slant, Abito with a nice contested catch to get a 1st down. They got another 4th and 2 here, and they throw an out route this time to number 2 wide receiver, Wright. And then on the following play, that is a touchdown throw from Mariucci to number 5, Donovan Papel, as the Aggies offense is rolling early on the UTEP Miners. Miners get the ball back. They got a 3rd and 1. They dump it off to Jolly, who does not get the line to gain, and the Aggies ended up taking the ball back with an opportunity to score here late in the second quarter. First play of the drive, they run. That's a nice little out route to Abita as Mariucci hits him on the way out. Following play, they're going to run another out route, this time to number 2 wide receiver Wright, and the Aggies are driving. 2nd and 20. That's a nice dot to Abita, who catches it down inside the goal line, late setting up a touchdown run for Humphreys, and the Aggie offense is blitzing the Miners here, 28-7 going into halftime. The Aggie offense is absolutely rolling right now, and the Miners has no answer for them, 28-7. Going into the 4th quarter here, it didn't get any closer. The Miners do have an opportunity, and they're driving here, and they get a nice catch and run by wide receiver Kenny Odom. The Aggies defense absolutely blows the coverage there, and the Miners end up scoring a touchdown, but they do not get any closer, and the Aggies are going to win this game 31-13 over their rivals, the UTEP Miners. Absolutely great showing by the offense. Santino Marucci absolutely lit them up and was in the zone all game long. He ended up throwing for 318 yards and a touchdown on 71% completion percentage. Going into game 2 of this episode, we got another rivalry game. This time the battle of Rio Grande, the New Mexico Lobos and the New Mexico State Aggies. Going into the first quarter, they're going to run the ball off here. Soma Grimm's going to put the ball on the ground, and that gets picked up by safety Murphy, and he's going to take it to the house. Scoop and score for the Lobos. The Aggies down 7 after touching the ball once is absolutely shocking the crowd here. The Aggies do get the ball back on the following possession. They're going to throw a little jet touch pass here to Fapel, who ends up getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage to tack on a holding penalty on the guard Tolo. So this is going to back the Aggies up even more. A couple plays later, Marucci's going to drop it off to Humphreys, who's going to gain 13 and gets the first down there. Later on in the drive, the Aggies are continuing to drive here. They're going to dump the ball off to number 24 Triplet, and then the Lobos are going to hit him out of bounds, and that ends up drawing a unnecessary roughness penalty on the other safety, Kane Froholt. So that tacks on, and the Aggies are going to run the ball down to the goal line. That's Soma Grimm with his third touchdown of the episode, and the Aggies come back to tie the game. On the ensuing Lobo possession, 3rd and 5 here, and that's going to be a nice throw to the outside, and that's going to set up a field goal, a long field goal that gets absolutely drilled, and the Aggies find themselves down 10-7. As they take the ball over once again, they're going to go for it on these, 4th and short. That's a handoff to Humphreys, who gets it. Following play, they got a nice little out route to number 21 Abita, who gets the ball all the way down to the 35-yard line. On 3rd and 3, Marucci's going to scramble to the outside and throws an absolute strike to wide receiver number 4, Trevino, and the Aggies are going to take a 14-10 lead. Absolutely great composure by the Aggies. As they were down 10-0, they give up a scoop and score on their very first possession, but they claw their way back, and now they have a 4-point lead. On the following Lobo drive, they're going to hand the ball off to number 21 Jacobs. He gets a nice block, and he's able to go off that right side and picks up a big gain. On the 3rd and 1, they're going to hand the ball off to Jacobs, who goes off that right side again. He's going to pick up another 12-yard gain as the Lobos are driving. Later on, they throw a nice little out route to Sean Williams, who puts the move on the defender, and he ends up scoring. What an absolutely great catch and spin move by Sean Miller, and the Lobos are going to take the lead back once again. Aggies get the ball back, but they ended up punting after failing on a 3rd and 7. Then, late in the second quarter, Jacobs is going to take the handoff on the right side, and he's going to go the distance. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Lobos, 70-yard run on a 3rd and 16 by Jacobs. Absolutely brutal defense by the Aggies, but they do get the ball back, and they don't take their foot off the gas. They have an opportunity driving here late in the second quarter. Marucci is going to complete a couple passes to get themselves on the right side of the 50. He's going to continue to hit number 21 Abita as he continues to get open, and he gains a couple first downs on this drive. Later on in the drive, they're going to cap it all off, and he's going to hit Abita once again. Marucci to Abita. That's the magic on this drive, and the Aggies are going to come back once again, scoring a touchdown to cut the lead to 3. To start the second half, Lobos are backed up, and they got a 3rd down. They're going to run quick slants, and Trujillo with a big catch and run. He won't be touched. 5, touchdown, Lobos. Another big play touchdown that the Aggies have given up, which has been their Achilles heel so far this season. Down 10, they got a 4th and 1. Marucci's going to try to hit this tight end tally, and he absolutely misses him, and the Lobos end up getting the ball back. Lobos with the ball here late in the 3rd quarter on the right side of the 50. Dampier's going to take the ball out of shotgun, and he's going to find wide open number 88 Harris up the middle for a touchdown, and the Lobos are going to extend their lead 38-21 as we go late into the 3rd quarter. On the following possession, however, Marucci finds Fapel wide open down the field, and number 5 is going to find himself scoring a big play touchdown. Once again, the Aggies continue to fight back and do not roll over against their in-state rivals. Lobos get the ball back here. Once again, late in the 3rd quarter, Dampier is going to drop back. He's going to find his tight end to pick up a nice first down. On a 3rd and 6 here to start the 4th quarter, Dampier is going to drop back once again. He's going to throw a nice little out route, finds his man, number 30, wide open. That's a nice little catch and run, and they get inside of Aggie territory. Lobos ended up driving and ended up getting a field goal to extend their lead 41-28. Inside of 6 minutes here, now the Aggies got to go. First play of the drive, they find wide open. Santino Marucci finds number 21, Abita. On the following play, he finds him once again. up to 354 yards for Marici. Later on in the drive, next they're gonna look for the number 1 receiver, number 5 Donovan Papel. He's got that out route working, and he ends up getting it inside of the 5. And then they're gonna cap off the drive with a touchdown pass to tight end Hunter Talley. And once again, the Aggies are fighting back. The Lobos got the ball under 5 minutes here, and this pass is almost picked off, but just absolutely on the thread, gets it to his man. On a 3rd and 2, of course, they're going to hand it off to number 21 Jacobs, who gets the first down and get it inside of Aggie territory. Later on in the drive, they're going to throw a quick little screenplay here, and that is a catch-and-run touchdown, Dampier to Jackson Harris, to extend the lead 49-35 for the Lobos late in the 4th quarter. Absolutely abysmal defense by the Aggies so far. On the ensuing possession, they're going to kick off the drive. Marici's going to hit, this time, Caden Trevino. On a 2nd and 10, he's going to throw it inside in double coverage, and he's going to find Marici again, or Marici's going to find Caden Trevino again, and he's now up to 400 yards. On the follow play, he's going to find his number 21 wide receiver. That's Obita. They get it inside the red zone. Next, they're going to find Chris Harris, who gets it all the way down inside the 5, and he's going to cap off the drive with a goal line pass to Soma Grimm, and that's going to cut the lead to 49-42. Unfortunately, defense was unable to get the ball back, and with enough time to try to drive to tie the game, they ended up getting sacked on the very last play of the game, and the New Mexico Lobos are going to come into Aggie Stadium and take the victory 49-42. The Aggies absolutely had no answer for the Lobo offense as they get series win number 77. They dominated on the ground with Jacob. Marici does throw for 457 yards and 5 touchdowns, but it comes all in a losing effort. No matter what, this was an absolutely exhilarating game as we saw big play after big play by both sides of the ball that made this one an absolute instant classic. If you like that action, please consider hitting that like button and subscribe as we got more Aggie action coming your way in future episodes. Thank you.